Another YouTube collab with Makeup Revolution. Is it worth it? Let's find out. Hey guys, so I wanted to do a quick video. So here she is, the Revolution, Makeup Revolution Emily Edit the Wants. To be honest, I don't think I've ever heard of or seen Emily Noel before this palette came out, but ever since I did see the palette and I really liked it, I've been watching her videos. Very, very informative. You know, just a really good, she seems like she really knows what she's talking about when it comes to makeup. So here is the palette. First off, it comes with a huge mirror, which I love, but here is the actual palette. I'm sure you guys have seen it by now. I was really interested in it when I saw the size. I didn't realize how big it was. It was, online it doesn't really do it justice, but it's actually pretty big. So you get 24.03 ounces in each pan. So there's 24 shadows. Yep, 24 shadows, and it looks like about half of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. About 10 of them are shimmers, and the rest are mattes. So I'm gonna go ahead and test this out. We're just gonna dip into some of the colors and try out the palette. I'm gonna be using some of my Morphe brushes that I bought from Ulta not too long ago. I bought the Morphe M4041 and the Morphe M433. Focus on the brush, there we go. And then I also bought a flat shadow brush right there, and it is the M124. So I'm gonna take my, this one I've used before and I really like it, the 441, and I'm gonna go into, let's try something fun. I'm gonna go into Midwest right here and lay down a crease shade. I have a little bit of concealer on my lids already that I've used to prime my lids. So we're gonna go with Midwest and lay that down. There we go. Just watching this in my monitor. I like this palette. It's very calm. It's a very calming palette. There's nothing out here that like really pops. I think Laugh Cry is probably the brightest shade, but I like it. I think it could be an everyday palette. It's got some dark cool tones, some warm tones. I think everything in here could be shading, like every shade could use it. I know cream, this color right here is a little light, so it probably won't work for darker skin. You know, probably my shade or darker probably won't work for any of them, but everything else looks like it probably will work. So I'm gonna keep layering this on. Let's see. So that's a nice little wash of color. What else can we do? Let's do Prayer. Let's try Prayer. Go in with Prayer. Put her in the crease a little bit too. So like a brown purple. I don't really know what I'm doing with this look yet. I'm just kind of like playing around with the colors, seeing what I like, seeing what I don't. I really want to try Side Hustle, which is this beautiful green shade right here. I'm gonna try Side Hustle. I really like Belle Violet. Corduroy, obviously, right down here. I love Laugh Cry. So I'm gonna try to do something, probably not with all of those shades, but with some of them. I'm actually going to, blend this out a little bit more. I'm gonna go in with, what can we do? I don't wanna do a halo eye. I think I'm gonna just do, let's lay down Corduroy and see how Corduroy lays down. See how bright or not bright that will show up. And this is really, I'm gonna put this on my outer corner and pack her down. Okay, it's a little, it's not as pigmented as I would like. Like in the pan, it's a really beautiful forest green. On my skin, you really have to like pop it on there. I'm just patting it in. it comes off a little bit more kind of muddy. It's not bad, but it's just not the color I was hoping it would be. Again, I'm just gonna pop this on the outer. I'm like pressing it and then I'm swiping. Pressing and swiping. It's not bad, but it's like you can kind of see green here, but when you get to here, it's kind of like a muddy black blue. It's coming off a little bit more green on camera, so maybe I just need to keep layering. Yeah, I'm kind of like, see that? It's a little patchy right there. Let's break away from corduroy, shall we? I think we've experienced what it can offer. I'm gonna go back in and lighten up my crease with Laugh Cry, just to kind of give it more of that pink color on the top. I think we're gonna focus on these pinkish colors because I don't think the greens are gonna come out well. Well, at least the green matte didn't come out well. I'm not a huge fan of that, so I'm gonna try to salvage what we can. It's not looking bad though, it actually looks pretty good. It's just not what I was looking for. So let's go ahead and try to use some of these shimmer shades. I'm gonna take a kind of a big shader brush and go into Side Hustle, which is this one right here, Side Hustle. And I'm gonna pop this onto the center of my lid. Now see, that is really pretty. That is a very pretty, I'm actually gonna use my fingers. That is a very pretty green. The shades feel a little powdery when you touch them. So I'm getting a little bit of kickback on Side Hustle when I dip into it. And actually on my finger too, when I go into it, it kind of picks up. And I don't know if you guys can see, I just kind of did a swirl and it kind of picks up a little bit particles. So it's not the butteriest, not a word, butteriest. It's not the butteriest shade, but it's not bad. And for, I think this was $20, it's really, you know, it's not bad for a drugstore, and I consider Makeup Revolution drugstore because it is in the UK. It just happens to not be here yet. You can only get it at Ulta, I believe. Let me know if I'm wrong. I could be wrong about that. But it's actually a very pretty color. It's very pretty green, if you can see that. It's very pretty. I like that a lot. Okay, and then let's go ahead and take Grateful right here, and we're gonna take my smaller shader brush. I'm gonna dip into that. Where are we? There we go. I'm gonna put that in the inner corner, the inner third of my eye. I'm kind of gonna cut the crease here a little bit, but not really. It's a really nice dimension, actually. I'm gonna turn the brush over from where the pigment was, so it's clean on the other side, and just kind of blend that darker green and that lighter green together. Okay, I'm gonna go back in with Grateful, place it on the inner third of my eye. And flip over and blend. And cut the crease a little bit. Blend. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead, and I'm not really an under the eye kind of girl, but I'm gonna go ahead and try it for the sake of this video and for wanting to try my new 433 brush. It's a little bit of a flat, it's like a flat, kind of flat. You can see that. There we go. It's like a flat blender brush, if that makes sense. And I'm gonna go in and take Laugh Cry, a little bit of Laugh Cry and a little bit of Midwest. I'm gonna mix those two together. And I'm gonna go in under the line here. I'm actually gonna put more Laugh Cry right under here. Midwest. it's a little bit darker. I'm gonna add Hobby in here to kind of muddy it up a little, just to make it a little darker, a little bit more sultry. And let's go into Apartment. It's like a chocolate brown. And we can add that to the bottom outer corner. There we go, that looks pretty good. So we're gonna go back and retrace our steps on this eye. I just am not an under eye person. I don't like the way it looks on me. But I realize with some looks you have to go under the eye just to make them look better and make them look more poppy, pop, all that stuff. Okay, I'm gonna put a little bit more under here, a little Midwest and a little Prayer and Hobby. And then finally, Apartment on the outer lower corner, dragging it in, dragging Apartment up as well. Okay, so here is the final look for the Emily Edits palette. I will say, so of the colors, how many colors did we try out of this palette? Okay, so we used Midwest, we used Laugh Cry, Dues Paid, Prayer, Hobby, Corduroy, Side Hustle, and Grateful. So I've used 8 out of the 24 shades? 24 shades, which actually that's not that many. But I think these are actually pretty good shades. They're pretty universal. You get what you pay for because it's Makeup Revolution. They're not going to be the creamiest shadows. They're not bad. So let me go ahead and finish my face, and I'll be right back to do a final review of the palette. Hey guys, so here is the final look. I think I pulled it together pretty well. It looks pretty good. I have the new Talia Lady T Faux Mink Collection lashes on. They're a little long, but I think they look really natural actually. Like they actually look pretty natural. They're just very, very long. If you look down, you'll probably see how long they are. Here's the final look with the Emily Wants palette. You know, it's funny, I've been seeing a lot of people do a review of the Emily Wants palette, and they almost always come up with some sort of look that involves the green shimmer and the Laugh Cry in the crease. So I'm kind of curious as to other looks that can be coming up with that. I think it probably is the easiest go-to look since it's very fall and autumnal. But you know, I think it's a pretty decent palette for the price, $20. You get a lot of shades. I think it's pretty good for a fall palette if you're looking if you're new makeup, you know, getting into makeup, or you've been in makeup for a while, just want something different to maybe switch it up. There's nothing in the palette that's like, oh my goodness, you need this shade because X, or this is a very different shade. Honestly, there's a lot of these shades I've seen before in some of the Makeup Revolution palettes. I think it is put together well. I think it's a great sturdy palette. I think it would travel well. I love the mirror. I love the size of the pans. I love just the feel of the palette. I think it's a very good sturdy palette. So I'm not saying don't get it, but I'm saying like if you don't really need those colors, or if you already have like a good palette with kind of those more neutral colors, warm neutrals in it, you might not need it, but I like it. I think it's a good addition to my collection. I'm gonna keep it. I think it's got some good shimmers. I'd like to play around with a few of those blue, purple shades. Maybe I'll do another look for that. But here is the final look, like I said. This is the Emily Edit the Want. I did not buy the Needs because, well, one, I couldn't find it, and two, just looking online, I don't really think I need it. It's more of a blush cheek highlight palette, and that really isn't my thing. I have enough of the cheek and highlight stuff. So here we go, one more look at it. Let me know what you guys think down below, and I will be working on a couple more other things here in the future. Actually, I filmed this concealer, and I'm sure that video will be up before this one, so check out the new concealer that I am trying out right now. It is the Cover FX Power Play Concealer. Look at that, look how pretty that is. Yes, get my full review and what I think about it, the price and all of that in the video. I'll put somewhere around here so you can click on it now. And that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys soon. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.